Today we're going to talk about flow chart thinking. Okay, now this is going to tie a lot into what we just got done doing. And so first of all, a flow chart is a visual way to organize all steps in a proper order. And so we're going to look at a flow chart proof. And so what you're going to have to do is basically recall a lot of the stuff we've done and now just justify each step in a flow chart proof. So first of all, flow chart, again, is a visual way to organize all steps in a proper order. And so what we're going to do right now, okay, is we're going to go ahead and look at a flow chart proof. And so here you go. A flow chart proof is right there. Now what we need to do here is we need to go ahead and identify each of the missing steps. So notice what it says. It says given AR is congruent to ER. So that is marked. Also, you're given that EC is congruent to AC. You need to show that E is congruent to A. So what they've done is they've started with these two statements, and those are our given statements. So now based on that, is there anything else in this diagram that you can say is true? RC is what?
Equal to itself.
RC is equal to itself, right. Okay, reason for that is that that's the same segment. You will sometimes hear this referred to as the reflexive property. Okay, but that is the same segment. So now, let's go ahead and mark that in there. Based on that, what can you conclude next?
E, R, C, and A, R, C are congruent.
Right, and you know that we're looking at two triangles, and you know that those two triangles are congruent. Why?
SSS.
SSS. Okay, so let's revisit again what we did. We had two segments that were the same. We knew the third segment was the same, so therefore we can conclude the two triangles are the same. And so let's go back to what we originally wanted to know. We originally wanted to know that E was congruent to A. Can I now show, based on all these steps in the flow chart, that E is congruent to A?
Yes.
Why?
Because of the triangle
CPCTC. Okay, and so that's a flow chart proof. So what I need you to do is turn in your book to page 239 through 241. I need you to go to page 239 through 241. So now in page 239. Now, if you notice on page 239, on page 239, what they kind of do is they kind of leave blanks for you to fill in. So what you need to do on 1 through 5 is you need to fill in the missing blanks. So if you notice on problem 1, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers. So let's go ahead and start with 1. Okay, so if you look at number 1, the first blank will be what?
This is my lesson.
What's the first blank going to be on number 1? On number 1.
Oh, vertical.
Number 1. What's going to be the first answer? A good rule of thumb is to always read the problem.
Oh, given.
Given. Good. So the answer for the first blank is given.
Oh.
What's the answer for the second blank?
Given.
Given. So don't neglect those. Those are obvious. Okay, let's go to number 3. How do you know that 1 is congruent to 2?
Vertical angle.
vertical angles are congruent. So now they tell you in step 4 the ASA congruence conjecture. So ASA congruence conjecture. So you know first of all E is congruent to U, SC is congruent to SU, and now 1 is congruent to 2. So first of all, let's start with the triangle with angle 1. Let's write that as triangle MES. Okay, so triangle MES, what would triangle MES be congruent to?
O-U-S.
What?
Oh, wait, no. O-U-S.
OUS, good. So OUS is congruent. And so now you can conclude that MS is congruent to SO by CPCTC. Good. So that's what you're going to have to do 1 through 5.
Number 4 is this week. Yes, this week.
So then you're going to have to do that 1 through 5. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and look at 8 through 12. 8 through 12 are review problems. Okay. So 1 through 5, fill in the blank. 8 through 12 are review problems. This is actually going to be due Thursday. We are going to do this at the end of class on Thursday because the ITBS only takes up the first part of the class on Thursday. Okay, so make sure you get this done for Thursday.